What's going on, folks? Simulation for the Nation here, and today we're going to be looking into the 5 small updates and small features to Farming Simulator 22 that are making a huge difference to the gameplay. So follow me as we go through a quick walk of my Elm Creek save here. You can see we're at the middle of the main yard. Everything is looking good so far, and we're going to have a look at a few different features. Now, Giant's done a really good job of some huge big gameplay changes. You know, hide worker being one, the implementation of seasons and production chains being a couple of others. But we're going to look at some of the smaller features that you may use on a regular basis that are really just proven to be quite a difference. And what that looks like today, to start with, we're going to be looking at our bales. We have a truck here. We loaded this up on our last live stream as it goes. And this is... it's a nice little adjustment here, actually. Now, there's a couple of things to do with bales. First of all, obviously, you are now able to strap them down, and the physics behind the bales are significantly improved. Also, the sound adjustments there, so the ratchet strap actually sounds like it's doing something, is fantastic. I put a video out today at the time of recording there with a whole in-depth review of bales, so make sure you go and check that one out as well. But it's more so to do with the little things about what's on the trailer here. So as you can see, you have the breakdown of how heavy and how many bales you have on there and how many liters per bale. But when you jump into the trailer here, the trailer now has a total capacity of liters on board, which is great because now that lets you know exactly how many liters of a certain produce you have. And now it's not just specific to bales either. It can also include any seed you have on there, herbicides, and so on. If you happen to have, let's say this trailer is half full of hay, half full of straw, then you're going to see a really big varying load of quantities on that trailer, and it will document each one, so you know exactly if you need to take a specific amount of a product to your production chain site, let's say, it will allow you to do that and not and keep a full list of everything you have, so you're not going to be in a position where you're losing out or you're forgetting what you have and what you need to take. So that is, it's a small thing. All of these are small little changes, but this is a sublime one. I really do like that an awful lot. Not to mention as well, handling the bales, stacking the bales is a significantly improved. Really did enjoy this stacking. That didn't take too long, and I don't think it looks all too shabby, really. Not bad at all. Now, the next minor change that we're going to be looking into, whilst we are right here, is all of our containers. If you go into the store and you come down to the construction, under container here, you have all your fuel tanks, you have your herbicide tanks and water tank as well. But what's fantastic about this now, you can't just place it down there and you're gonna have a fuel trigger, unlimited fuel trigger. You actually have to fill these up. So if I click on R, for example, there, we've currently got 21,000 liters to fill. And you can go through and add increments if you haven't got that much money. Obviously, I put a load in here, so we've got 3,500 or 3,750 liters in from the Thunder diesel tank, which means that we've got a little bit left to go to fill it until it's at capacity there at 25,000 liters. So you can choose just how many liters you want to add into there, or you can go and find a tanker, bring it over and fill it up that way, which I just think is brilliant. And now you'll see we've got 5,000 liters there. I love the fact that you've got to think about that. It's something else that you may run out of diesel halfway through harvest, for example, if you're not keeping on top of it. I think that's really good. The same applies for your liquid fertilizer and your solid fertilizer. As you can see, this, I bought this in here, so I just came around here and pressed the refill, so that's 169,000 liters. That'll keep me going for a while. This one though, this is empty, so we need to make sure we fill that. We need to figure out how we're going to do that as well. So another little job for us to do at some point, but that's another great little add-on there that really makes you think as a farmer. Now, the next feature we're going to be having a look at as our drill is moving up and down the field there. We're putting some wheat into this ground here. Looking very good as well. I love this texture, by the way. We're going to have a look at 2 different features here with this setup. Obviously, we've got the telehandler here and we've got our bags. Now, the big bags are fantastic. Really do like how they're functioning at the moment. If we start up the truck, you'll see what I really like about these. And again, it's nice and small, but they behave in a manner that you'd expect from a full bag of seed. First of all, they're nowhere near as skittish as they have been in previous versions of the game. And they also just seem to behave that little bit more controlled and realistic as well. So when I lift this up, you'll see the bags stretch a little bit. They start to wobble around. If we drive around a little bit here, you'll see they sway. There you go. You can see they sway about, but they're not wanting to explode or to flip out of the way. And then when you do sit them back down again, they squash back down under their own weight there, which is really impressive to see. Do like this an awful lot. You can pick up 4 on the pallet forks for a telehandler without any problem. There is also the big bag handlers for the front loader as well. I just choose to use either a bale spike or the front loader, whatever I've got on the go. The bale spike typically works quite well because it keeps them nice and spaced apart. And you could probably just get 4 on there as well if you try. But that is one feature. Now we're going to pull these out of here because the next thing I'm really impressed about, another small feature, is the telehandler, and specifically really some of the sounds and the animations on the telehandler here. So I find that the actual operation is a little bit smoother. That might just be my own personal opinion. I do find that works really well. We've got a great range of telehandlers. The electronic Farrison telehandler is fantastic as well, but it's the noises that the telehandler makes is just fantastic. So first of all, when we reach the end of our boom, for example, as we bring this back down, you'll hear the little bangs that hits the end. There you go. Same thing applies when you bring boom back in again. You know, I just love those noises. But the other thing I really like, and this is not just with telehandlers, this is across the board. I switch the engine off, and no longer will it raise and lower or do anything for me. I have to have the engine on at all times, exactly how it should be there, and something that we haven't had for quite a long time now. So really nice to see that change. And you know, it's the small things, I keep saying this, it's all the small little adjustments like that add up to being so much more of an improvement there. So I'm delighted with it, I really am. I can't wait to continue to use this. My only small regret, we're gonna have to fill that up. My only small regret is that we don't have any more telehandler implements as of right now. So you do have to get a little bit of an adjustment to the AgriPro for these to fit, but I'm sure that will come with time. But for right now, love it, absolutely love it. Now we're going to move on to the fifth and final of our little improvements here that are making a big difference for Farm Sim. To do that though, we've got to go harvesting. So as luck would have it, we have a field of what looks like sorghum from here, which is ready to go. We're in our combine. We're going to fire it up. There is already a mod out on the mod hub now as well, which prevents that header from lowering down there when you do start up there. But let's get on into it. So at FarmCon, they demonstrated a few of these features, and I thought it looked pretty good then. But as you're in the cab here now, as you're harvesting away, the first thing I really like is as far as the sorghum is concerned, the increased height of the cut and stubble. Love that. But it's the animation and the feeding in of the cereal crop through the augers and into the combine there. I think that's awesome. The sound that you get to go with it there as well is brilliant. Really hear that all that crop being taken in and moved through as you come back out the cab. You hear a bit more of a noise from the threshing unit there as well. Really think that's fantastic, and it just adds everything to the game. I really think if you're stuck in a combine here for a while, it just brings so much more into it. Look at the animation of all that crop being brought back through. It's just brilliant. As you start to get into some more hillier land, you begin to notice as well that we have the auto contour functionality as well, which is brilliant to see. Again, it's just a small thing, but it's a small thing that adds a vast amount to the general overall immersion of the game, in my opinion. And it's things like this that really are added into the game. As I mentioned there are some huge changes and updates to the game, and of those, of course, we will be going through as and when we can. But it's the smaller things as well that add to it. The small things that you notice more and more as you're just doing the day-to-day tasks around your farm. These are what are making this game so special to me. I truly do believe that at the moment Farming Simulator has really knocked out of the park with FS22. And I can't wait to see where else they go with this. I really can't, as we start to bring in things like precision farming. I think that's going to be huge. Do let me know down below what your favorite new features are, big or small, and how you're getting on with them. For right now, we're just going to crack on with some of our contracts here. I've been Simulation for the Nation. I do hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.